Hey, happy Memorial Day 2019. We have Grannom Caddis today, and we are going to tie one with a little green egg sac. It's a favorite Kootenai pattern, and we're going to start off with 305. Short shank, extra big gap, Dairiki 305 number 12s. Okay, we're going to do fire orange unithread 6/0. I'm going to start just below the eye. We're going to tie in a trailing shuck made out of flat diamond braid from Hairline Dubbin. Great shuck material, a little bit flashy, catches the fish's eye. The shuck length is equal to the length of the hook shank, so you can always kind of gauge it by going on your hook shank length. Okay, I'm going to tie that in. This fly actually has a green egg sac, so before I tie in my rib, I'm going to make a little green egg sac out of any kind of fine and dry dubbing. I'm not going to wrap it real thick, but we just want a little tag in to represent that egg sac, and that's what the fish sometimes key in on. And I'm going to dub that fairly tight because it has a tendency to come off as fish hit this from the back end, and we want to have it dubbed fairly tight. Use a little saliva to tighten that up. And we're just going to put a little bump for the egg sac back here. And I'm just going to kind of wrap it right on top of itself. Just kind of like that. Alright, there's the egg sac. We're going to put in a little short length of unithread 3/0 wine colored for our rib of the body. And this has a tendency to spin around when you cut it, so make sure you do a loose tie first when you're putting it on the hook, and then you can wrap it right up there. It doesn't matter what that looks like because you're going to cover everything up. Alright, there's my ribbing. I'm going to come in with kind of a brownish olive is what the body color. This is like a sparkle. This is Hairline Dubbin. It's a brown olive, and it's a trilobal trout dub dispenser. It's a really good sparkly color. Want to wet that a little bit, dub it a little fairly tight. Get a little bit more here. You don't need a whole lot of this because this body isn't that long because you took some of it with the egg sac. And if it's loose, you don't have to worry about it that much because you're going to dub it a little bit tighter with the ribbing. And so you can kind of see that is kind of fluffed up a little bit. Now I'm going to come over with my ribbing, tighten it down. You can see it tightening there. That ribbing is important because the fish see the ribbing, they see the body segmentation. That's a key that it's a natural to those guys. Okay, we're going to use whitetail hair for the wing. This does not have a hackle. Nice easy fly to tie. Locally harvested, of course. Fish feel right at home. You know, the way that you choose hair is, make sure there isn't a whole lot of guard hairs. But this is fine, but it has a little bit of a hollowness to it. Matchstick. Think about a wooden matchstick. And I'm going to grab about that much right there. And you can just kind of feel the thickness of it. Cut it down here at the bottom. I'll move that out of the way. We're going to grab it like this, take the guard hairs out, and then we'll put it in the stacker. Doesn't need too much tapping. Pull it out, even ends, and there we go. That's ready to go, and it'll spin out when you put that on the fly, and should be a good wing. So we're going to come with the length of wing just to the bend of the hook, and I'm going to put this deer hair kind of towards me to begin with because when I do my loose wraps it's going to pull that hair so it's straight coming up off there, and it's going to kind of make it look like a tent wing. So I'm going to hold it towards me, switch hands there, loose wrap, tightening down. You can see it cinching up a little bit there. And this is really important to get these cinches fairly tight. The 6/0 thread is fairly strong, so you want to just tighten that up, make sure it doesn't spin. And now I'm going to form the head, I'm going to push this up like this and do my whip finish. This is a great fly. Sometimes it gets taken for a blue-wing olive emerger. You can use a little bit of a grayer wing and have it work for a blue-wing olive emerger as well. I think the fish take them either way, for caddis or the BWO emergers. Okay, I'm just going to tease this hair out a little bit. Make sure I'm separated. Leave a little ski in the front. Out like that. That keeps the fly on the water when you're skittering it. I'm going to come and cut my thread. And we're going to apply the head cement liberally. You want to really seal the ends of those hairs up there. Make sure you get underneath as well. There we go. Alright, there you go. Grannom Caddis. Let's look at that underbody. See the ribbing? Great fly. Ready for trout.
My mom and dad are resting there today. My mom and dad are resting there today.